Hello guys, this is Justin McGowan and welcome back to JDM Professionals. Now, with my last video, I was talking about my experience with the Queens County Farm in the springtime. There was a lot and it was so much fun. Now, as I'm making this video, I just finished my summer session at Queens County Farm. So I definitely am on time on this time. So let's talk about it. So, you know that in spring a lot happened, but the summer was pretty much like the winter, not much was happening. In fact, it was much less than in the winter because the thing about the winter, school is still going on, so still have things going on. But in the summer, school is pretty much over. It's just summer school. And if you know a thing or two about summer school, barely anyone shows up, unless of course they really want to get the region exams done in the summer and all that. So not much happened. Now, of course, we were able to use outside, which is good because we got a lot more space. But still, it's once again another time where I only show up when I'm being asked, and it's not really enough. Now the educational days that we usually have is really small, actually much smaller than it is in the winter. So I mean, like the fall and the spring, there's a lot of things. The winter, there's like three things, but the summer, there's two, only two. There's two different programs we did. The first one, which was the only one I did throughout the summer, was the summer farmyard adventure. It's pretty much like the seasonal farm tours where I'm just taking them to farm tours, and that's pretty much it. So pretty much standard. And the other one is the compost. And I already told you about the compost zero to veggies, so that was interesting there. So pretty much nothing new to me there, but so as I said, I only did the summer farmyard, and there were so many times that I wasn't working at all, whether it's because there's not a lot of schools and they couldn't put me in the schedule, or because I was busy on vacation in Wisconsin and Canada. But of course that doesn't mean it wasn't fun. Of course I still enjoy doing the farm tours and everything, and interacting with people and seeing a lot of things. But now there's one other thing that happened while I was working there at the summer. During the summer, we had summer camp at the farm. So there were different types of activities that they do every week, like from history to farm animals to farm fibers to design your own farm. It's a very different one. But now those are pretty much different from the education staff. So of course they got new people plus some of the educators already there asking to do the farm camp, which is really interesting there. Now, of course, I wasn't selected for that, but I do know that it's really fun. It's like even when I don't have a group, like before my group and after my group, there's still a lot of children in schools with the shirts from Common Point Queens coming along. It's like they talk about the farm programs, and they sometimes bring them to the YMCA nearby for swimming, which is fun, and that's really interesting there. Now I know all of that sounds short, but of course there's some more things there too for me to talk about. Like it pretty much starts on my first day in the summer. It's like on the 20th, I did my usual farm tours, basic stuff. But that day was an interesting one because that day happened to be senior day. So besides our usual field trip, we have so many seniors from senior centers coming on the farm doing tours, and there was like a tent right by the tractor, and they were eating, which was fun. So of course I did. So of course some of us were doing that while I was doing the farm tour. And so after I did the farm tour, I went back. When I saw that the event for the senior day was still going on, like, I offered to stay and help out. So I did. We were talking, and they had some good food to eat. Of course, I didn't eat, but it was still good for the seniors to experience all the fun and all and all of that. So after that, once they were done, I cleaned up and everything. And of course, there were so many events during the summer. One of them that I went to was in July, which was a farmer's dinner. So we pretty much have the tables set up for farmer's dinner. It's like we have guests coming over, and there's not food and drinks and live music performance, and it was really fun. So pretty much what I did in the farmer's dinner was keeping an eye out on the front gate. Now the front gate isn't really new to me, because I do this before. There were several times I did it during the day, where I get out the gate and usually keep an eye on buses and contact the staff about the buses and everything. But this time around, I was supposed to be there and help out the guests find their way into a farmer's dinner, which is really interesting. It's like I told them to go to the parking lot, and when they're walking in, I told them where to go and all that. But here's where things get interesting. Not only did I let people in for the farmer's dinner, but I was able to bring special guests and celebrities too. Like in the farmer's dinner, I met Roger Clark, a reporter of New York One, the Queensboro president, Donovan Richards, and another thing. Like, if you watch my videos on AM Trace, you may remember that there was like one day I was working in Jackson Heights during the primary, and I met so many Democratic candidates running for city council in my district. One of them being Shakar Krishan, who won it. Shakar Krishan was there at the farmer's dinner. So of course, I reintroduced myself, and he definitely remembered and all that. So I got a good chat with him, and I got a good chat with Donovan Richards and Roger Clark as well, and I took selfies. Like just working on this event is great enough, but to meet celebrities, it's like it makes me wonder if this is why I was excited to the front gates. But it was so much fun. And like, of course, when I was there, I had a security guard helping me out too, which is really good. Obviously, I missed the beginning of the farmer's dinner because I was still letting guests in. But once all the guests were in, it was time for me to go to the farmer's dinner. So I went to the farmer's dinner, and I was eating stuff. So for dinner over there, I had organic rustic lemon chicken, which is sauteed organic chicken tenders prepared with a lemon, white wine, and buttered sauce with Queen's Farm garlic and rosemary. A grilled sockeye salmon, which is a grilled wild-caught sockeye salmon drizzled with Queen's Farm honey and apple cider reduction, gluten-free. Then I had a penne filetto di pomodoro, which is vegan, with a side of roasted Tuscan potatoes, gluten-free and vegan. And there was also broccolini, was sauteed with Queen's Farm garlic and oil, gluten-free and vegan. So I had the chicken, I had the pasta, I had the potatoes, and the salmon. Like, it was, oh my god, it was so delicious, and I enjoyed it. But that was not done, because after that we had desserts, and what I had for dessert was a New York style cheesecake with chocolate ganache. It's like we put it in a small bowl, and it was really good. Like, the food and everything around was so amazing, and I really enjoyed it there. But we were not done, because right near the farmer's dinner, there was also plants being sold. So I was supposed to be done after eating, but since there was more things going on, I offered to stay and help. So I was technically helping with the plants, and I was cleaning stuff from the tables and putting everything back in the farm. And I was pretty much there till 9 p.m. and it all went well. It's like the event was beautiful. The music performance was amazing. Like, I didn't witness the beginning and the speeches, but I know it was good too. And the food, it was so delicious. Like, I'm so glad I was able to do this and to help out. Now there were some more events that happened, like another event that we had in the summer, like at the end of July, was the Powwow Indian Festival, of something like that, which it was a big celebration with all the Indians and tribes and their heritage and talking about history and all that stuff. Now that was a fun and interesting program. Like, I would have definitely helped out with that program, except if it wasn't for the fact that this event happened the same weekend I left to go to Canada. Definitely not good timing there, but I know that it went well, and I know it was fun. So, like I said, I missed so much time because of my vacation and all that, and I continued to do it after I was done with my vacation and everything. So summer school ended and all that, but I wasn't done yet. I wasn't done with the summer yet, because this past week, as I'm recording this, we had more things going on. Like Tuesday, we had like a training session where we were going over materials and how to do the fall stuff. Like I didn't need to be trained on this since I'm more experienced. But there was one thing that happened there that I never did before, and we were practicing for the 18th century cooking, which we do in the winter time. So we were taught about making cornbread, which was good. So while the cornbread was making, because I've had more experience than the educators that were there that day, I was tasked to stick around and keep an eye on making sure it was cooking, and to clean everything. So basically did that while everyone else was learning about the tours and everything. So after that, our cornbread was ready, and oh my god, the cornbread was delicious. Sure, it was a bit dry, but it was still delicious, especially cooking it the old way, which was really, really good. And last but not least, today we had a Be Mindful training session. If you don't know what the Be Mindful program is, it's pretty much a program that cares for children with neurodiversity. Like, it is a program for children with special needs and healthcare that individualizes care and provides a safe place for healing and wellness. So it's pretty much helping people with disabilities. And if you those that know me personally, you already know that I'm pretty much one of them. And like, I'm autistic and everything. So learning more about the program of that that was something interested to learn about. They were talking about autism disorder and Be Mindful's mission and everything. Like, all of us there were impressed. And then they were talking about things like those Kimmel rooms that kids want to go to avoid loud noises, which looks amazing. And then they showed some stuff. It's like a squeeze ball, and then these green slinky thing. Like, as soon as they pulled that up, I was like, oh my god. It's been years, because I've had this when I was a kid. Like, I know people with autism use that to reduce stress and all that. But for me, like, I had it because it's just so satisfying to use there. So that was good and amazing. It's like, I was impressed, and we said a lot, and it was so much fun. Like, I'm so glad I was able to do that training and to learn more about the Be Mindful program. So for those watching, please give Be Mindful a chance. Like, they will help the children out and help everybody out, and they're definitely worth to look at. So that is pretty much it about everything that happened at the during the summer at the farm. Like, as I said, not much happened, but nonetheless, there was so much fun. But to make this video longer, to end this video, I have a special announcement to make. If you watched my last video on this channel, you may know that at the end of the video, I mentioned that I was looking for jobs and everything. I mean, it's like I don't have any problem with the farm and all that, but with the lack of shifts that recently happened and the amount of money that I'm losing and everything, it's like I needed to find something else to help put me up. So pretty much the entire summer I've been job searching. I've been searching, and I'm proud to announce that after 100 job searches and 8 interviews, it finally happened. On August 17th, I was hired to start a new job, and that's gonna start in September. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that starting next month in September, when school starts, I will start my new job as a school aide for PS19. So the basic thing about that is that I'll basically be going to PS19 and helping out, bringing in supplies, looking around the hallways to make sure all the kids go to class, eat lunch, and also prevent crisis and everything. So now there's a lot to talk about that, but I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna save that for a separate video and all that. So once I start my new job, I will definitely talk about it. But I'm definitely excited about that. Now I'm mentioning that because knowing that I'm supposed to be working there for the week, this means that I won't be serving as an educator at Queens County Farm, at least at the moment. So pretty much September 6th will likely be my last day as an educator. Like, I'm definitely gonna return for the fall and do some classes, but once September 7th comes along, my main focus will be at PS19, and I'm really excited about that one. So of course, as soon as I got hired, I told my family about it, I told Emily about it, and then I told the farm about it. I told them that I'm gonna be doing the new job, and I thanked them for everything and all that. The thing is, I didn't want to leave the farm to begin with, but I needed to. But it's all part of what I gotta do. But I definitely ask if I can change my position at the farm to help out with the events, cause I still want to work on the farm and help out. So of course they've accepted and everything. Like once my new job was announced, then to the farm today, to everybody clapped and everything and congratulated me for this new job and everything. And it was definitely a great moment there. Now, of course, I need to get the paperwork done, which I'm still waiting on, but once everything's filled out, once I start, it'll be smooth sailing from there. But now, once I start working now, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave the farm. I'm still gonna be working with the farm. It's just once I start my new job, I'm gonna be changing my position from program associate to seasonal events associate. So I pretty much got what I wanted. Of course, I'll explain more in a separate video and all that. And I did mention that when the summer comes along, I wouldn't be working as a school aide since there's no school going on, but I was willing to come back to the farm to resume being an educator and all that. So, I mean, I don't need to, since I will be paid by PS19 for pretty much doing nothing in the summer. But I gotta choose to work with the farm in the summer anyways, because I want to continue doing what I love doing and everything. So that is pretty much what's going on. So now you know everything about the farm and my new position. Again, more details will be in another video once I start. But that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and talking about my experience in the summer. Now fall is coming up, so if you're part of the school and you want to take your kids there, sign up for a class at the fall program, and we're looking to hire new educators and everything. So if you're interested in working as an educator at Queens County Farm, you'll send an application with full details will be explained at queensfarm.org. This experience is a great thing, and I know you'll enjoy it. I know I have, and despite me working at a new job, I'm never giving up in this farm. I'm never leaving this farm. I'm definitely going to continue staying and help out with it. Either way, I hope you enjoy. And with that said, this has been Justin McGowan. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless America.